Hi, TV people. People here are crazy. All right, hey, it's me, Mystery Jeff, from this show that you're watching. If you're watching in one of our newer markets, you're like, I don't care, I don't know who you are. Where's the remote? Hey, we have a great show for you guys. Tonight, we have the filmmaker from Saving Britain, as well as the guy who's in it. Mike Zahs and Tommy Haines are here from Saving Britain. We also have the music of Bryan Copeland. Bryan Copeland. And we have a great title sponsor, Branson. Check out this video. Jeff Houghton here in Branson, Missouri. Today we're heading to the Branson Landing to find out what visitors think about Branson. How do you spell Branson? Quick, spell Branson. How do you spell Branson?
B-R-A-N-S-O-N.
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 F-U-N.
Yeah. Can you sing the Branson theme song?
I have no idea what the Branson theme song is.
Can you just make one up? What kind of table was Table Rock Lake named for?
Kitchen table.
Correct.
Really?
No.
What type of table is it named? I have no idea.
Coffee.
Is that true?
Coffee Table Rock Lake is the full name.
I don't think that's true.
You're right. Okay. Can you sing the Branson theme song?
Have no idea.
Just make one up.
No.
Come on.
Nope.
Please.
Branson, Branson, here we are. Branson, we're a star. I don't know.
That's good. That guy's charming. He's charming. He's charming. Hey, there's my sidekick, Mo. And here I am again. Let's do things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, these are things I've noticed. It's in the name. I've noticed that it's kind of amazing that all of our soulmates are all about the same attractiveness as us. What if my soulmate is super good looking, but she would never talk to me? I married her. That was close. All right. I've noticed that trick-or-treating is a lot like adulthood in the sense that you're required to dress up like something that you're not, and some stops along the way are more gratifying than others. Right? I'm in a real pencils and pennies sort of situation. I'm not funny today. All right, I've noticed that as much as I get excited for big events that are important to me, the day of the event, I get infinitely more excited at the prospect of canceling and doing nothing instead. I've noticed that any size pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard enough. I've noticed that billboards are pop-up ads you swipe away with your foot on the gas. And finally, I've noticed that when leaves are changing colors, it's really the trees blushing because they're about to be naked. That's things I've noticed.
These things I've noticed. These things I've noticed, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hey, next up, let's do this. I'm just gonna hand it over to Mo, my new sidekick, and I'm just gonna let her take something. I'm gonna go back here, and she's just gonna kind of take over. Mo, come on over.
All right. Hey, thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Yes, oh, this feels good. Well, here's the deal. We broadcast this TV show all over the place, but it's really one-way communication. You hear from us, but we really don't get to hear from you. And we decided we needed to change that. So what we did was set up a live satellite feed on a lucky viewer that we selected randomly. And we're gonna go ahead and just learn more about that viewer. You guys ready for that? Yes. All right, all right. Well, is our viewer ready?
Yes. Hi, we're Angel.
Okay. Did you say, what was your name?
My name is Shallow. Shallow End. Shallow End.
Shallow End. That's a really popular name. Okay. All right. Cool, Shallow End. You're one person, right? Shallow End?
Yes. Can't you tell by our body? My body is a wonderland.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have any hobbies or anything fun that you like to do in your spare time, Shallow End?
Yes, I love to watch the melons in the grocery store.
Yeah.
In the grocery store. The grocery store. The melons in the grocery store.
Wow. Okay. And do you do that with a significant other? Are you married? Are you dating anyone?
No. It's complicated.
Wow.
She's a melon. She's a melon lover. That's how we met. At the grocery store. Back to you, Gerald.
Yeah, they call me that. They call me Turtles. Hey, so have you told her yet how you feel? Tell me what you said to her.
Oh, good question, Gerbils. Yes, I had told her what I feel. That I think she's a honeydew.
That's really sweet. That's a good line. Do you work or anything? Do you have a job?
Yeah, I have a job crying at the ATM. I cry at the ATM to get pity.
That's so sad. Wow, that's so sad. Do you play any sports? Are you guys active at all? Are you active?
I'm one person.
I'm so sorry.
Gerald.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm getting confused. Do you do anything active?
Yes, I do stuff active. I often walk to the pantry. Croc walk to the pantry.
It's
where you wear your Crocs and walk like an alligator.
Wow. Could you just like standing show me what that looks like? I'd love to see that.
Sure.
Hey, what does it look like if you're pretending you're on the ground? If you're standing.
Yeah. I can't get back up. I can't get up.
Oh no. Oh no, are you okay? Are you still? Oh no.
3.
Oh. Well, there you are.
We'll be back with somebody.
That comedy bit brought to you by Bush, Ramlow & Shores, CPAs. Set design and construction brought to you by Elamoose, Digital Quill Studio, and Skinny Theatrical Design and Fabrication. Closed captioning for the Mystery Hour provided by Paragon Architecture. Big Whiskey's is the official American restaurant and bar of the Mystery Hour. Guest booking provided by Gig Salad. Hey, Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope those commercials were fantastic. Hey, we have a great guest coming up. We also have a great guest sponsor. Pa-pa! History Museum on the Square. That's where all your stuff is. They took it. Speaking of history, we have documentary filmmaker as well as the subject of the film called Saving Brinton. You guys are going to love this. Please put your hands together for Tommy Haines and Mike Zahs coming out, guys. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Tommy, on the end, you have a fine beard. However,
Thanks. Yeah.
it pales in comparison. So, all right, I want to get into this. How do you guys, because it's such an incredible story, there's all these layers to it. Mm-hmm. How do you guys succinctly say what this is about, this documentary?
Go ahead, Mike.
I think it's about community. It's about saving things, saving history. People should never throw anything away because if you keep it long enough, it's significant.
Yeah.
And these people kept everything from their grocery bills to their films, their catalogs, and it's a marvelous slice of life. Especially of traveling entertainers. They are the most documented traveling entertainers in the history of the United States.
That's awesome. So that's kind of the depth of it. Tommy, can you tell me like the surface level if someone said, what's your film about?
Yeah. Well, we met Mike 5 years ago, and it's really a portrait of Mike and his ability to save these things. And he's really become the sage of Washington County, Iowa, and of Iowa, the state as well. And it's about his story of recapturing the wonder of early cinema and film. Yeah, we find a whole bunch of missing Méliès films and lost films, and it's quite the adventure we take with Mike.
So someone comes to you, Mike, and says, hey, I have these films, and it's almost like, it's kind of this forgotten era of cinema, almost like this time before Hollywood and all of that. Is that right?
It's a whole generation older than what most people consider old films.
Yeah.
Because people think Buster Keaton and Laurel and Hardy are old films, and these are 20 years older. They go back to 1895.
So they go back to 1895, and this guy Brinton has them, and he's traveling around. What's he doing with them?
He shows them from Texas to Minnesota, and he was the first projection entertainer for this part of the country. And he showed magic lantern slides prior to the movies, had developed a great following in this part of the country, and then when movies came out, he was right there already with an audience and ready to impress people with moving pictures.
So he passes away in the 20s, and I think in the 50s his widow passes away, and somebody in charge of the estate calls you and says, I have this. I have these old films, these classics that some are lost to history, but they're in a farmhouse. Is that right?
Sort of.
That's true of most of my stories.
Yeah. Frank died in 1919. Indiana died in 1955. The material in the collection had not been used since about 1916 or 17. The executor of Indiana's estate moved the entertainment material to his house.
Okay.
And when his son was cleaning out that house in 1981, we met accidentally, and I was at the right place at the right time and got 3 truckloads of material of the Brintons the same week we got married, and have traveled with it ever since.
And tell me,
Him and his wife got married.
Yes.
Not
Not-
Mike and
no.
I. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was only 5. No, 5 times.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Drastic age difference. So Tommy, we have a clip to show from the film. Cool. You want to set that up?
Is it the Missing Méliès film clip?
Probably.
Yeah. So, yes, if you guys have seen Hugo, it's a Martin Scorsese film, and it's all about this guy named George Méliès. Mm-hmm. And he's one of the early filmmakers from 1895 to 1905. He made like 500 films. Okay. And so this clip is when Mike first goes to Washington, D.C. and meets an expert on George Méliès films and kind of finds this lost relic.
Okay, well, let's have a look.
If you want to see someone fainting, that's me.
I'll hold you. So you've not seen this?
Never. It's unique. It is Méliès, and that's exactly the film. And
That's the one that's missing.
Oh yeah. In 1901, he had that flag that he would activate all the time, and he will throw her in the air. Okay. And then the last one, and he will salute, and that's it. Okay. We have a new one.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, so Tommy, in terms of making the documentary, you've got like this, like I said, there's layers. There's Brenton doing this, and then there's Mike with this collection trying to educate people. So what was it like for you guys to come in to that story? Were unexpected things happen? Was it what you were thinking it might look like, or?
Well, we weren't expecting this man to kind of be the guy that uncovered this collection, so that was a surprise at first. And kind of, originally we were looking at this as more of like an investigative film that we would look into the collection and find what was missing. Mm-hmm. And it really evolved into a film about Mike and kind of his big heart and his caring of the community and the history that surrounds him. And so, it was very shocking for us to find a guy like Mike that was so captivating on screen and kind of really led the film and why it's so successful.
Yeah, so now you're almost repeating it a bit, and that you're taking, you take the films around, and now there's this documentary, and you're taking it to places, is that right?
Right. When we show it here, it will be my 104th showing of the film.
Yeah.
All over the world.
That's amazing. And I imagine it's been well received?
Yeah, it's been shocking. I mean,
it's been well received all over the world.
Yeah. The press has been great. The audiences have been great. And Mike's a former middle school teacher, and so it's amazing to see his thousands of students that he's taught for the last 40 years come out to screenings everywhere around the world. He finds students. Yeah.
Not every show, but nearly every one I've had former students at.
Yeah.
And the last show we did, there were students that I hadn't seen in 40 years that came to the show.
Yeah.
It's just, that's been the great part for me, is to reconnect with people. They've changed a lot since they were 13 years old, but
hopefully, right?
But they've been wonderful. It's just been great.
Yeah. So how are you adjusting to the celebrity life?
Well, I'm not a celebrity, but I'm treated well. The film guys treat old people really well, and so I'm enjoying every minute of it. I'd never been to Europe. I'd never been to Asia, and got to go to those places, and it's wonderful.
Well, we are happy you made it to Springfield, Missouri. Yeah. There they are, the Saving Brenton guys. We'll be back with Bryan Copeland.
Travel and accommodations provided by Hotel Vandervoort. Systematic Savings Bank, official bank of the Mystery Hour. The Mystery Hour is brought to you in part by Ozarks Technical Community College. You have a dream, we have a plan. Tonight's musical guest brought to you by Bear Village.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, we have a tremendous musical guest, and this is his album. Please put your hands together for Bryan Copeland.
You feel alone in this world without him by your side. He'd hold your hand and look you right in your eyes and say, it'll be alright. You used to wake me with a smile. Oh, the songs you'd sing I haven't heard in a while. But I'm still by your side. So just take my hand. It'll be alright. There's this life you know you must restart. Though your world is being torn apart, you will find a way. We will find a way together. Oh, together. He used to heal you with a flower. He planted gardens for you. It wasn't love, all yours. He's still by your side. So just take his hand. It'll be alright. Deep inside your heavy heart, there's this life you know you must restart. Though your world has been torn apart, you will find a way. We will find a way. Together we'll shine in stars. Together we'll heal these scars. This love will never be far. Together we'll shine in stars. Together we'll heal these scars. This love will never be far. Deep inside your heavy heart, there's this life you know you must restart. Though your world is being torn apart, you will find a way. Deep inside your heavy heart, there's this life you know you must restart. Though your world is being torn apart, you will find a way. We will find a way together. Oh, together.
Great job. That was awesome, man.
Appreciate it.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
Bryan Copeland, Saving Britain, guys. Just so you know, 10% of our box office proceeds tonight goes to the Greene County 100 Club in memory of Deputy Aaron Roberts. We will see you guys next week.